What's going on, Fortnite fans? My name's TheNotable, and you're watching a Fortnite video about a location that isn't in the game anymore. You must be pretty bored. Yep, in this video I dropped Neo Tilted 15 times and then it got vaulted. I planned on dropping Neo Tilted 100 times, I just thought I had more time. Neo Tilted was only in the game for 11 weeks, which at the time made it the shortest lived named location in Fortnite history ever. And just like Neo Tilted, Game 1 is also short-lived. But you've probably seen these videos before. After Game 1 comes Game 2. It's pretty simple. You guys remember the combat shotgun? That thing was nuts. And these are the first bullets I ever fired with it, ever. And probably the best way to break this thing in was a nice kill on a soccer skin. I did get a kill before that, just by shooting at 1 pixel. And for the time being, my murderous rampage is over. So I can talk a little bit about Neo Tilted. I think when Neo Tilted first came out, I was a little bit skeptical, but I'm pretty sure that was just because it replaced the almighty Tilted Towers. You know, I think a good portion of the Fortnite community had a lot of animosity towards Neo Tilted, especially when it first came into the game. We missed Tilted! Well, Tilted Towers. And even though Neo Tilted was a better location on paper, having more chests and a nice slipstream network, it just wasn't the same. And after these life-changing injuries, I'll never be the same. Though despite my negative feelings about Neo Tilted, I think it's better than anything we've gotten in Chapter 2 so far. It's hard not to notice the differences in gameplay between what you're watching now and what Fortnite currently is. This stuff is just more Fortnite-y. First off, in the current game, no locations even come near the scale that Neo Tilted was at. Also, the mobility in the current game is absolutely terrible, while Neo Tilted has a very nice slipstream network. And am I the only one that misses gas grenades? Because I really do. Watching this old gameplay, I think I just take for granted the fun that Fortnite used to be. There's just been so many changes, and I don't know if they're for the better. And I don't know, maybe it's nostalgia, but there is something very pretty about all of this. But you gotta remember I'm dropping a location in the Tilted family, so sometimes you might explode for seemingly no reason. I don't want to attack the new Fortnite too much in this video, but what was wrong with having good ways to get around the map? In my inventory, you can see I have ghost grenades and a rift to go, which of course aren't in the current version of Fortnite. In the current version of Fortnite, pretty much your only option for mobility are the boats or your own feet, which is just terrible. There was just something nice about shooting at a guy, realizing he was better than you, and then trying to get away with a ghost grenade. I don't even know why I'm telling you guys all of these opinions that I have. It's not like Fortnite's actually gonna listen. Listen, it's not like we only used those old mobility items just to cheese the high ground. They were actually fun to use, like the ghost grenades. It was fun just jumping around. I guess I'm just watching some of this old Neo Tilted gameplay and wish I could go back and enjoy it more while it was still in the game. And even though in Game 6 I got pounced on by a guy with a really nice phone and died, I still had more fun in this game than any game in Fortnite Chapter 2. I started off Game 7 by killing this helpless default skin. Sometimes I forget that they actually changed the look of those too. Later on I was sneaking around when someone was actually sneaking up on me. But I sniped him. It's fine. One thing that was nice about Neo Tilted is the whole thing was made of juicy materials. And because you're watching Fortnite gameplay recorded when the game was actually good, I was able to farm up for a bit and then use a rift to go to get out of there. Hey, the map got a little crazy near the end of Fortnite Chapter 1, but at least I don't have to walk across the whole thing every time. I'm just gonna say it right now. I'd take ballers over boats any day. Ballers were actually cool. Ah! Shield your eyes! It's a launch pad! These are illegal now! But you know what's not illegal? Some good clean soccer skin on soccer skin action. Alright, now it's 10 people left, and not a single item in my inventory is in the game anymore. I'm still hoping one day they open up the whole sandbox and bring back everything. Everything from drum guns to combat shotguns to planes. That's my dream at least. I'll tell you the truth, I'm not really sure what happened here, but I can only bet that 2 very powerful men died. And I got all the loot. And now that circle's getting pretty small, and you can probably tell by the way I'm commentating that I win this one, or at least come in second place. And now it's a 1 vs 1. I have the high ground and a gold combat shotgun, so I won that game easily, like a true soccer skin. Yep, and I did it on controller with maximum aim assist, like a true man. This is one of my favorite skins in the whole game, and I almost never win with it because the head is massive, and I comboed it up with the greatest glider in the entire game. I definitely have a lot of ocean paraphernalia. Game 8 was filmed at a time when the boom bow was in the game, and that thing fucked. Though luckily for me, this time the all-powerful boom bow was in the hands of a quivering noob, and I pounced on him and killed him. While the boom bow was overpowered, I do miss weapons like it. Something that only exists in Fortnite, with a weird, wacky twist. Even something as simple as the grenade launcher isn't in Fortnite anymore. And it's not like they've filled the spot with anything. I guess I just feel like Fortnite built up such a great sandbox in the first 10 seasons and then threw it all away for seemingly no reason in Chapter 2. Sure, Fortnite is a lot about the building. It's probably the main thing that people care about in Fortnite is the building, but the guns make up a big part of it too, and the guns guns right now are just not fun. Again, I don't mean to complain so much, guys, I'm sorry. Just watching this old gameplay makes me think how good Fortnite could be today if some of the sandbox still existed. Right now, we're in a 1 vs 1 in the final circle, and the gameplay's actually interesting because the game has more than 4 items. I had the high ground, but the default under me could also build pretty well, so I was quite nervous. However, I did have a boom bow, so even though I didn't have much health, I had a lot of hope. And with 1 shot, I won the game. You know, 2 wins in a row, especially in the first 10, is always good, but I'd be a god if I could get 3 in a row. I will say, Neo Tilted compared to Tilted Towers, it was a little bit easier to stay alive. Not only are there more places to hide, but if you ever got attacked, you could just hop in the slipstream. Tilted Towers was a landscape of death and open combat, but Neo Tilted was actually quite nice to traverse. You could hang out, drink a chug jug, and live your life. And I'm not sure whose idea it was to put ballers in the slipstream, but I must say, it's hella convenient. I think the ballers were a fantastic way to get around the map, even though some players did rely on them a little bit too much. Once I took away this player's balls, all he could do was stand in the corner and die. Unlike the previous 2 games, which were both wins, this one I'm playing on mouse and keyboard, and at this time didn't have much practice with it. I still don't. But sometimes all you gotta do to get a kill in this game is flail your arm around enough and hope that those combat shotgun bullets hit. This time, they did. And somehow here I made it into a 1 vs 1 in the final circle, even though I'm complete trash on mouse and keyboard. I tried and played very well, until I died. I like Minecraft better. I think at this point the only thing stopping me from not playing this game entirely is the thousands of dollars I've spent on cosmetics. Though in game 10 I ran into an aerial assault trooper, and that skin can cost up to $300 on eBay, so at least I'm not that guy. Hey, look at this, some rare footage of a player walking through the streets of Tilted without being murdered horribly. I'm not sure why, but I'm running into a ton of rare skins this game. This guy's a blue knight, and I got the first shot, so I might get some footage of killing him. Oh look, he's using a storm flip. What a cool item unique to Fortnite, which adds to the game's value. I hope they never get rid of this. And please hold your vomit for the absolutely terrible gameplay here, but don't you all love the impulse grenades? I mean, look at this awesome shot that I could pull off. If there's any one mobility item I miss the most, it's probably the impulse grenades. I miss them as much as being alive. At least I can confirm I'm garbage by wearing trash as my skin. It wasn't all bad this game. I actually got a kill, with a pistol no less. Can we just talk about the baller for a little bit? Because I think I have some more things to say about the baller. What a great vehicle that was fun to use, unique to Fortnite. There was nothing like this in any other game that I can think of. And sure, if you're not very good, it's a good way to get you to the end game. Don't get me wrong, I'm not surprised they got rid of the baller. Fortnite's been known for changing things out, switching stuff around, and the baller's time had come. But I guess I don't really see the point. If you found something that's cool and fun and people don't mind using, then why wouldn't we just go with it? Why can't the baller be in Fortnite today? I mean, it would fit. Fortnite built such a large sandbox, and it felt like at the start of Fortnite Chapter 2, they buried a lot of that sandbox, when I think they should let it all out. Who knows, it could be fun. Anyway, enough talking about stuff Fortnite'll never hear. Now it's time to do some fighting. It was a little default, and I killed him quickly. Someone's gonna have to tell his mom. The fighting never stopped, and neither did the combat shotgunning. As you could tell, it was a very tough match, and I fought pretty well, for trash. Most of Game 12 was spent farming materials, because my guns were junk and I was too afraid to fight anyone. Though after some time, I was able to find some better guns, and now I have some materials. Like I said earlier, Neo Tilted was a little more quiet than Tilted Towers. I was trying to grab a baller before this guy in front of me, but unfortunately, he got it. Oh well, I'll fly in the nude. Hey look, a supply drop over there in the distance. I'm sure nothing bad will happen as I'm running up to it to get some nice and juicy. I'm fairly certain none of these guns are in the game anymore either. They're not great, but honestly I like having the choice, even if they're trash. I said earlier that there's tons of different places to hide in Neo Tilted, so you gotta be careful. You never know when someone could sneak up on you. I didn't really sneak up on that guy, he kinda snuck up on me. If anything, I'm surprised I killed him. Nothing else really happened, I just sat in the shack of shame. I could have been eating, pooping, or fornicating. However, when that circle started to close, I had to crouch walk into the safe zone and ended up shooting this bush in the back. He was obviously very upset. My health got down pretty low, but I stuck to my guns. And by stuck to my guns, I mean I didn't stick to my guns at all and just built. He was coming pretty quick though. I didn't even have time to drink a mini before he shot me. Game 14, I'm dropping in right next to this classic looking default and I got the gun first, so I killed him. The rest was a pretty normal day for Neo Tilted. I was shooting into the windows of the local businesses. Wow, it's getting pretty crazy inside of that box. You know what, I'm gonna jump in and just finish it. Right here, almost everything you see on the ground and in my inventory ain't in the game anymore. Sad. But you know what's even sadder? I boogie bombed myself. And to make things even worse, I was then killed by a default. This is it. Game 15, the last one. This is all I recorded. Again, I thought I had more time. Neo Tilted was only in the game for 11 weeks. I've been sitting on this gameplay for a long time, just waiting for the perfect time to release it, and I think with all the recent changes to Fortnite, this is probably a good one. I'm looking back at what we had and what we took for granted, and honestly, it kinda hurts. Me making this video makes me want to play Fortnite, but not Fortnite Chapter 2, what we have today. I want to play this Fortnite. I wish I could go back in time, but, you know, I can't. I guess the best I can do is make the most out of the games that I do have. Like, look at this weirdo hiding under the stairs. That was dumb. The positive thing to take away from this is Fortnite has always been a game of constant change, and right now, the change maybe ain't that great, but it could always turn around. I still believe. Do you? So just like old Fortnite, Neo tilted and this video. You never know when it might abruptly end.